Hey everyone, okay, so today I'm going to be sharing with you 10 celebrity beauty tips that can instantly transform the way you look. Especially if you're used to doing your old style of makeup, implementing some of these changes can really go a long way into altering your look. So let's just make a start. The very first one is to use less foundation. Excuse me. There we go. Use less foundation. Whatever amount of foundation you're using at the moment, reduce the amount. Reduce the amount to the very bare minimal of foundation that you need. So if you're using one pump, use just less than one pump and start to work your way down. So whatever you're using, use less so that more of the skin and the luminosity can shine through. The next thing is to use concealer. Now, normally we just cover dark circles. Do whatever you want, but make sure that when you're blending it, try and blend it with a really big brush, because this will shear out the foundation and allow it to implement into your foundation easier. But also try different ways with concealer. If you just apply concealer here, then apply it here and down to give the effects of light on the face. So start messing with your concealer to try and give the illusion of different effects of light on the face. The next thing to do is to set your concealer, but don't set it with powder. Now, I'm going to explain this technique to you in the next video, so you'll have to watch that one to understand it. But there is a different way to set concealer, and if you want to set it with powder, go for it. But there's a totally different way that will allow you to set your concealer without any of that kind of irritating powder on your face. The next thing to do is to powder only the areas of the face that are shiny. So if you get shiny in the T-zone, only powder that part of the face. If it's the cheeks, just powder there. So only powder where your natural oils will come through the skin, because then the luminosity and all the rest is going to come through. As I get older, I was born in 1978, and when I was interested in makeup, it was all the Kevin Aucoin and Way Bandy and all that kind of stuff, very matte faces, and I'm starting to appreciate the more luminous look onto the skin. So this is another way. Now, the next thing is to use a luminous blush. If you're going to use a highlighter, then it's better to pick a matte blush because there's too much shine. But if you're not, then just pick a blush that has luminosity in it, whether it be a cream blush or whether it be a powder blush. Make sure that it has flecks of shimmer in it and apply that to the skin, because with the less foundation, the powdering in certain parts of the face, this blush is really going to create that kind of very ethereal glow to the skin, which is absolutely beautiful. If you have any problems with hooded eyes or heavy eyelids or anything like that, try and maintain the fullest brow that you possibly can. It doesn't matter what nature gave you, just try and maintain or fill in to create a slightly fuller brow. The more brow we have, the less any of this skin here looks hooded and puffy and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, that's a great little tip to do. Lighten your lips. Whatever lipstick you're using at the moment, unless it's a really, really pale one, try to lighten your lip color a shade or two. It can make a big difference in giving volume to the lips and giving the lips a very youthful appearance. Also, if you want, try and use a very, very sheer lipstick. Something, you may need to reapply it, but it's better to reapply than have a very heavy coat. So something that's sheer and slightly glowing will look great. Also, use more gloss. Now, what I mean by this is if you have lines around the lips or any irritation around the lips, then just use it on the bottom part of the lip. You can also use eyeshadow to create that luminosity by applying a tiny bit of powder eyeshadow right here on the bottom of the lip. It will give the illusion of a really kind of nice full lip, and just apply your lipstick over that. So lighten your lipstick, and if possible, use a little bit more gloss to give that really kind of glowing effect to the skin. Black mascara. Get the blackest of the black mascara you can, curl your lashes and apply it. Now, maybe I'll do a video if you want on the sort of carbon black mascaras, the very blackest mascaras you can get. So let me know. But yeah, definitely if you can, go for the blackest mascara ever and really curl those lashes. Spend a good minute on each eye curling them to get the biggest curl and the biggest lift you can. And also a really lovely technique is to tight line the upper part of the eyelid. This will give you the blackest lash look ever and will make your eyes look instantly bigger and younger. The next thing is, because we've used foundation, it covers our skin and it covers the flaws. Add some back. If you have beauty spots or freckles, allow them to shine through, and if you've covered some of your beauty spots, add them back in with a pencil Doing this will take you away from looking like you've got foundation on to looking like it's your skin, because the beauty spots will be shining through. This will give the illusion of absolutely beautiful, perfect skin without the look of foundation, because you're adding back these so-called imperfections and they look drop dead gorgeous on the face. Beautiful. And lastly but not least, and I noticed this when I was researching this video and going through all these celebrity pictures, I noticed that certain celebrities don't seem to have aged. And I noticed that yes, they've probably had Botox and fillers and lasers and microdermabrasion and all the best skincare in the world, but some of them look much better than others. And if you look at pictures of like Jennifer Aniston, if you look at pictures of Michelle Pfeiffer or Sandra Bullock, they don't wear huge amounts of eye makeup ever. It's not all the way up here. Eye makeup is very aging. It can do wonderful things for us, but it can also age us. So apply less eye makeup. If you can, apply a wash of colour on the eyelid, a slightly darker colour on the outside corners, and leave it at that. Just keeping eyeshadow just to the lid only will make you look instantly younger, particularly with the curled lashes. Whenever we come up into the crease, it becomes more dramatic, even with subtle looks, and it can start to have a slightly aging effect. And there's always going to be people who are watching say, well, I'd like to look older. Trust me, when you hit 25, you're going to want to start looking younger again. So just apply the eyeshadow to the eyelid if you can. Give these tips a go. See what you think, because they can make a massive difference in altering the makeup and creating a more youthful, luminous look to the skin, which I think is what we're all about. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.